back on their journey. Favourite Roy Had Enough was slow 2 lengths when the starter said go. Tower, Roy is slow right there. Beretta Bobcat is moving around runners. Air Salute. Roy Had Enough almost came down there. Roy Had Enough was tight between runners, almost came down the blue cap, over racing. Lachake is looking to improve stride. Magesh's Jet is towards the inside. As we read back through the field, TOA NUI 7 lengths off them. Sherman, Chennai, and Chili Affair, rider almost came down there. Chili Affair took a very awkward stride. I don't know how the rider stayed on Chili Affair. That could be his race done and dusted. He almost went down Chili Affair. In the meantime, Tower goes on in an action-packed race. Tower by 5. Looks like Beretta Bobcat has got up to race second. Winter marching on the outside of runners. Roy is slow. Air Salute further back in the running, a dozen off the leader. Roy Had Enough is on the outside. TOA NUI, Lachake towards the inside. Magesh's Jet. They race a dozen off this leader. Sherman, Chennai, and Chili Affair, 14 lengths off. They move down to the 700 metres zone. This leader has gotten away. Tower opened up by 5. Beretta Bobcat, Winter Marchins on the outside. Roy is slow. Air Salute. Roy Had Enough is coming wide out. Then comes Lachake and TOA NUI. Homeward bound, Winter Marcher now comes into the lead. Air Salute's on the outside. Roy Had Enough. TOA NUI's running to the outside. Air Salute at the front. Winter Marchins on the inside. Roy Had Enough is trying to come to the outside, but it's Air Salute. Roy Had Enough had to check. TOA NUI's on the inside and Winter Marchin. Air Salute, TOA NUI and Roy Had Enough. TOA NUI is coming at Roy Had Enough the last 100. TOA NUI getting up from Roy Had Enough. Air Salute and Winter Marchin. TOA NUI, the traffic guard, last time out from a wide draw, everything went wrong for him. Warren Kennedy gets him to lift, and TOA NUI, 8 Rand 90, 250 will get the better of exchanges for the Des Egders stable. TOA NUI by about a half a length as they race to the post. Roy Had Enough, an awkward ride. Air Salute, then came Winter Marchin, and Chili Affair also almost came down at around the 1400 metre zone. So Roy Had Enough and Chili Affair, there you can see Chili Affair coming through. They have their excuses, but number 2 TOA NUI comes through to win at 890. There you'll see Air Salute goes out. Roy Had Enough's going to make a run up the outside, but that gap closes. He's now got a hook to the inner. In the meantime, TOA NUI's going to sneak through between runners. TOA NUI, Winter Marchin, Roy Had Enough. TOA NUI and Warren Kennedy come powering home from Roy Had Enough. Air Salute's closest to us, but number 2 TOA NUI will get up and he'll go on to score race number 8 over the 2,000 metre trip. That's a wrap from myself, Sheldon Peters. Back to the studio.
Race number 8, TOA NUI has come through to win for trainer Des Egders and Warren Kennedy teaming up with Des, and you had to like the way Des has brought this horse along slowly, just stepping him up in distance, building his confidence, strengthening him up, getting the stamina engines going, and he's delivered today, and he's delivered well.
Yes, Dees, thanks very much for that great ride from Warren once again. To my other horse, a little bit unlucky. There was a lot of scrimmaging in the race, yes. And I heard Sherman giving one of the youngsters a mouthful, which could have been dangerous, you know. But anyway, listen, they both ran cracking races. Their work through the week has been as good as each other, to be honest. That's my coupling, and I just said to them on the night, it depends on who gets the luck in running. Good luck to all the patrons, you know, involved in TOA NUI. They have been patient with him, but he was always a horse that I thought would come on with age, and probably the further he went, the better. More than that, you know, we'll take the win, and hopefully we can grab another 1 or 2 as we go on with him.
Strong finish by the jock.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, very courageous to come through that tight gap. The whole race, to me, wasn't a really tidy race, but, sure. You know, it's just jockeyship. Had the horse under him to come through. If it wasn't for that, obviously you can't win the race.
Well, Des, it's a really nice way to end it off, and the trip back to Pietermaritzburg. Well done to yourself and your team.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Well done, Des Egdes. Warren Kennedy, I gave it to you. He gave it to us earlier on. You mentioned the last race in that type of field. My horse is alive, and you were spot on. But what a ride from you. Yo. It was a rough race. I don't know whether you were involved in any of the scrummaging earlier on, Warren.
Early on, yeah, I was caught a little bit wide, but fortunately, everyone vying for position that first furlong, and they were very clumped up. And once they got going, I just waited out, and they spread out a bit, and I was able to slot him in. And I had a pretty clean race. And again, top of the straight, there was a bit of bunching going on, but I was in a nice position to slip towards the outside and get a clear run. And that's what won this horse race. It got a bit cramped going through about the 200, also my inside and also my outside. Started shifting their ground a little bit, but Ian and I were vying for the same gap. But I had a lot of horse to get there. I always felt that I was going to get there before him.
That's the experience, because whilst you need the horse to get you to the gap, you need to know what you're doing. I mean, you need to be brave. You need to know, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, it is. When I was quickened, I thought, I saw Ian went to the outside and he had to switch off the heels. And as a two-year-old to do that, it's not ideal for them to get their momentum going again. And my horse was coming on from behind them, and I always felt, I'm going to grab them.
Well, another top ride. I've already given the ride of the day. This would have been it, but I can tell you've won it on Budapest as well.
Thanks very much, Geez. Just a big thanks to Mr. Edges and to Kim, and just well done to Connections.
Well done. Warren Kennedy closing off the meeting with Des Egdes. Well done to all the owners here as well. The son of Traffic Guard closes the pick 6. 212, 1 and 6. And that's a wrap of our race meeting, where we had a day-night situation today at Greyville, and my cameraman Zane just pointing up to the racing gods and saying thank you that we didn't have enough all the rain that was earlier on. There was spitting rain about it on course, but it certainly stayed away. And yes, we thank the racing gods for that. A big thank you to Sheldon Peters upstairs in the commentary box, to Raymond Rogers and his team. And we had a little special appearance by Mr. Chips as well. Well done to Denver Grantham. And of course, a meeting will never go by without the mention of the hardest working cameraman on course, who is none other than Zane. From myself, Dees Dinan, until we meet again, which will be on a public holiday. It is the Post Merchants coming up this Friday. You take care. Salani Gashle.